You know, while other YouTubers would just rank the regular version of PvZ, over here at Any%96, we're a little quirky. So I'm going to be ranking every plant and zombie design from the DS version of PvZ. But the thing about the DS that makes it different from the other versions of PvZ is that it had significantly more hardware limitations, meaning that everything had to be recreated to fit inside this game. This led to some of the music sounding a bit off, but it also led to this style that gives the game a certain charm. And you didn't even have to watch 50 ads after you beat a level. Okay, I'll stop trying to sell you on the DS version of PvZ. Now that you know the context for this game, let's rank some pixelated perfection. You know I love the alliteration. I'll be ranking these guys using 3 factors: how good it looks in general, how well it fits into the DS's art style, and how scuffed it may look. Because sometimes the worst plants and zombies are the best plants and zombies. Put that on my tombstone. Also, I'm not going to be ranking the Zombotany zombies because I consider them freaks of nature that should burn in a fire while I watch. Pea shooter, more like pixel shooter, D tier. Sunflower, more like pixel flower. Okay, I'll stop. This looks a little better, but I know the PvZ on the DS is capable of so much more. C tier. Instant uses from these games tend to have something in common. They don't really look that good. C tier. Walnut is cute, and if you disagree with me, just look at him. S tier. Okay, now Potato Mine is cute. Look at this animation. Look at him. S tier. Snow Pea is just better pea shooter. Only better by a little bit though. C tier. I think Chompa was a bit too detailed to be added to this game perfectly, but it's alright. C tier. Okay, no, Repeater is cursed looking in this game. I don't know, something about this is not right. D tier. This might be a little weird, but Puffshroom looks basically the same to me. It fits into this game pretty amazingly. That being said, Puffshroom is a little limited by its original design, so I'm not really feeling A tier, but I can definitely give this B tier. Honestly, Sunshroom is the same way for me. He just blends into this game and his beautiful personality doesn't get to shine as bright as it can because of that. Get it? Shine? B tier. Now this is what I want to see. I love this big thing, and it fits into the pixelated style pretty well, without losing its personality in the meantime. I might be a bit biased, but A tier. Again, this is basically identical to the actual version of Gravebuster. I'm actually kinda surprised at how accurate these are. But I do prefer Gravebuster in the actual game, if only because its animations are smoother. But I can give this B tier. I know some, or even most of you guys are gonna disagree with this, but Hypnoshroom is one of my favorite plants from PvZ. And I like seeing him pixelated. It matches him, and surprisingly the colors still pop. A tier. Scary Shroom. As you may know, I have somewhat of a history with this plant, but I do like base PvZ Scary Shroom's design. Yeah, it's pretty alright. B tier. I have to give Ice Shroom S tier. I have to. Look at his face. I would never forgive myself if this was in anything below S. S tier. Doomshroom looks a little weird in this game, but it is only on screen for like a second and the Doom still looks extremely cool, so B tier. Lilypad is definitely a Lilypad. C tier. Squash is definitely goofy looking. This is not Squash. D tier. But like I said earlier, sometimes the worst plants are actually the best plants. Nope, still D tier. He is trying way too hard to be like Ice Shroom. If I didn't like regular pea shooter from this game, what makes you think I'm gonna like 3 of them? D tier. I would say I feel bad, but they're literally just pixels on a screen. Even more so for these guys. They did Tangle Kelp dirty. All of the mystique and mystery from his base design is completely lost. This is just ugly. D tier. Ah yes. Jalapeno. I'm sure they won't completely ruin your design in this game. Oh wait, they didn't. Oh, usually when I say something like that, the complete opposite happens. Weird. Maybe even a little quirky. A tier. The reason why I kinda like Spikeweed's design from the base game is because he looked oddly realistic. He's like 20% more realistic compared to the other plants. But I think you can assume portraying realism isn't really the DS's strong suit. So this guy ends up falling on his face, somehow. D tier. This is not Torchwood. This ain't even Torchwood at home. This some Torchwood from Temu. Get this stuff out of here. But honestly, I kinda think it fits into the so bad it's good category. A tier. Tallnut is perfect in this game. I couldn't ask for anything else. I mean, this is Tallnut. S tier. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Sea Shroom actually looks kinda cute in this game. One thing that the DS is kinda bad at portraying is personality, but as you can see with all the plants in A tier and above, when they do portray personality correctly, it never misses, unless you're Sunflower. And Seashroom screams personality, just with that glimmer of light in his eyes. A tier. Well, last time I tried to put Plantain in the bottom tier, he almost killed me, so...
Oh no guys, it's God himself, shiver me timber. Ah! Man, this was new.
Killed me, so I think I'm gonna put him in C tier. Cactus looks pretty accurate, still B tier. I just don't really like the base design that much. S tier. Blover actually fits in this game perfectly. I couldn't ask for a better translation. S tier. You might have started to see a pattern, but I don't really think pea shooters look that good in this game. D tier. Starfruit looks pretty cursed in this game, but something about that smile, C tier. Pumpkin is also pretty accurate, but I feel like the graphic limitations are most apparent on him. If I were to be brutally honest, it looks like someone pasted a PNG on top of a plant, but it's Pumpkin. I gotta put it in B tier. It captures his likeness. B tier. Who even likes cabbages? No wonder Cabbage Pole is throwing them at zombies. B tier. Come on, Flower Pot. I expect a lot from you. Don't disappoint me now. What did they do to its face? They really went from this to this? I'm sorry to say, but I'm disappointed, Flower Pot. D tier. All my homies love Colonel Port. S tier. Okay, what the heck? Is it just me or does Coffee Bean look kinda cute? I mean, the way he's looking at me through the seed packet. A tier. Garlic looks so goofy in this game. S tier. Garlic is slowly becoming one of my favorite plants for some reason. Look at Umbrella Leaf. Being emo as always. C tier. You know how I feel about emo people. I mean plants. Ah yes. Marigold. One of, if not the best plant in the game. And this design, chef's kiss. Is there an S plus tier? Because this doesn't even belong on the list. It's too good for the list. But if it were on the list, A tier. Look at that melon. A tier. You know how I feel about pea shooters. D tier. Wow, 2 sunflowers. If only I liked 1 sunflower. C tier. I don't know why, but Gloomshroom looks so good in this game for some reason. Like, they got him perfectly. This could be an actual contender against the actual design. Like, this design is so good for no reason. S tier. Guys, I don't hate Cattail, but what were you expecting from a DS? B tier. I really like Wintermelon's design as well. It's way better than it has any right to be. S tier. They made Spikeweed even worse, somehow. D tier.
I can't believe this, but Gold Magnet was so forgettable that I forgot to include them in the original recording of this. Like, I literally forgot to write down like a segment for them and everything. Looking at this now, I don't know, like B tier, but I just can't believe that I actually forgot Gold Magnet because they were so forgettable.
And finally, Big Daddy Cob Cannon. And again, they cooked. S tier. I love you, Cob Cannon. Please marry me. Oh yeah, and Imitator is also S tier. Alright, so here's my completed list for the plants. As you heard in the beginning of the video, I'll also rank the zombie designs from the DS version of PvZ, but I haven't quite finished that video yet. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and hey, if you don't want to miss the zombie design tier list, you should consider subscribing. I post weekly videos about PvZ and other mobile games, so I hope you stick around. I also have a Twitter if you're interested in that, and as always...